Hi, I'm Matt Patrick with Zex. We're going to be doing an installation on a 2008 Dodge Challenger today. This is a brand new nitrous system we've created. It is essentially a custom fitted nitrous kit just for the Dodge Challenger. Now this area right here, we're going to remove this foam fitting piece here. We're going to remove it, and that's where we're going to mount the nitrous bottle. I've gone ahead and loosely clamped the nitrous bottle brackets onto the bottle, because once we set it in the trunk floor, you can kind of see there's some ribs on the floor. I want to position the bottle brackets on top of those ridges. Okay, I've gone ahead and marked all my hole locations for the bottle brackets. Now we just go ahead and just drill through the sheet metal. All the holes have been drilled. Now I'm just going to go ahead and pre-install the bolts into the brackets, drop them in there, and then we'll bolt them down. Alright, we've gone ahead and pre-installed the bottle pressure gauge on the bottle. Now we're just going to drop it into the brackets we've just bolted in. Little tech tip for you. When you're installing the nitrous feed line, they ship with a red plug, a little red plastic plug that keeps dirt and trash from getting in the hose. Leave those in there while you're running it from underneath the car up to the engine bay. This will keep any dirt or trash from getting in the hose and possibly causing a solenoid blockage. Now we ended up having to drill a hole in the trunk area to run the nitrous line through. One of the things you've got to remember is always use a rubber grommet when running a nitrous line through sheet metal. And we've gone ahead and included one in the kit for you, so there's nothing you have to go out and buy. But again, just remember to always use that rubber grommet to protect the hose, the sheet metal from cutting into the hose. Now we have fed the nitrous line up to the engine bay of the car. And we're going to go ahead now and do all of our under the hood work. We've got our nitrous management unit, and this is ready to bolt in. Now one of the interesting things about the Zex nitrous system is this nitrous management unit. It's kind of like the brain box of our nitrous systems. Inside of it is the activation electronics, the nitrous and fuel solenoids, the filters. Everything is self-contained inside this factory assembled unit, so it's a very, very easy plug and play installation. Now one of the important things to do, because of the custom nature of this kit, it gets very tight in the engine bay with all the hoses and all that kind of stuff. So what you want to do is sort of pre-assemble the hoses and tighten them down onto the nitrous management unit before you actually bolt the bracket and the nitrous management unit into the car. Now we've already mounted the nitrous management unit. The next thing to do is to install our nitrous nozzle. Now this Challenger already has a K&N air induction system already set up on it. This will make things easier because really all we got to do is just drill the plastic, tap it with the proper threads, and then install the nitrous nozzle. Now if you had a stock factory rubber elbow and air box assembly, we provide a special bulkhead fitting that has the correct threads already built into it, so you can essentially install it in the rubber air inlet if that's what you have in the car. Now, I've already drilled the hole in the air intake tube. And at this point, it's proper size for our 1/8-inch pipe tap. We're going to use this to tap into the plastic tube, and that'll be the correct thread for the nitrous nozzle. Now that we've drilled and tapped the hole in the air intake tube for the nitrous nozzle, I'll go ahead and just screw it in. Now one of the things you want to remember about when you're installing a nitrous nozzle is to always make sure that the direction of the nitrous coming out of the tip of the nozzle is in the direction of the airflow. And another important thing is that you always want to keep an eye on where the sensors are located. This happens to be an intake air temperature sensor. Now looking inside the tube, you want to make sure the nitrous nozzle is not directly spraying on that sensor. It'll really screw up the computer and cause some serious problems. So as long as the nitrous is aimed away from the sensor, everything's going to work great. Now the Zex kit for this Challenger is adjustable from 75 to 175 horsepower. And the way we do that is with these small little brass jets. These jets will go inside the nitrous nozzle, and then we'll tighten the delivery lines onto the nozzle itself. Okay, now that the nitrous nozzle has been installed and all the lines are tightened up, we're going to move on to the electrical wiring of the nitrous system. Now, the Zex kit's really simple. There's only 3 wires you got to worry about. There's power, there's ground, and there's the TPS lead. What we're going to work on immediately here under the hood is the ground wire and the TPS lead. We've gone ahead and connected the ground wire to the nitrous management unit right here at this grounding post that Dodge has very conveniently put right on the fender for us. The Zex nitrous system is activated electronically via your engine's throttle position sensor. Now the way we're doing that is that this connector, which attaches to the Challenger's throttle position sensor, the output wire for that TPS is the brown with orange striped wire. We're going to go ahead and take our white wire from our nitrous management unit, and this is the actual activation wire for the nitrous kit. We're going to solder it on there and onto that wire, and that'll provide our activation information for the nitrous management unit.